Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to my channel, Ink It. I'm your host, A. Today I bring you a character. Wow, this character has broken barriers. The barriers of the comic books, video games, movies. And with the movie already out and doing so well, by the way, it's a great movie. Kino and I went to see it. I'll bring you guys Tomb Raider. However, for me, Angelina Jolie, without you, my love, she's the best. But this actress does a very good job. So what are we waiting for, guys? Look at this beautiful character. This is what I'm bringing you today.
Okay guys, to start today's sketch we're gonna need an H2 pencil and also a black pen, just a regular pen, nothing expensive, nothing crazy, and a lot of imagination. Now today we're gonna do this amazing character. Don't forget, this character is, wow, this character is from comic books, from video games, movies. Don't forget, you know, they had made movies before with Angelina Jolie. She's a great actress, and she's very beautiful. But this actress is also very good. I mean, we checked out this movie, Kid Nerf and I, and you know, thumbs up. Definitely, you know, it was a good movie, a lot of action. Now let's start doing the basic sketch in pencil. Take your time, as like I always tell you guys, you know, don't rush into anything. You know, take your time when you're doing a sketch like this. You're gonna make mistakes if you try to rush, especially because, like, for the purpose of YouTube, you know how I do it. You know, I like to do very light lines with pencil because I like to go and start inking right away. So for that purpose, and because of the purpose of YouTube, I like to keep these videos anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes. Now let's make a couple of lines right here. Don't forget, now something very important, you know, like when you're doing characters that are female characters especially, it's a little tricky. I mean, it's a lot easier for me, or pretty much anybody I know who's into illustrations. Doing a male character seems to be a lot easier for everyone because, you know, you do it a lot. It's a lot more rough, and you know, and the lines are a little more, you know, straight and thicker, and then to do like a female character like this, it requires, you know, a little more skill than usual, because you want to make sure that you make the character you know, feminine. You know, even though this is a strong character with a strong personality, you still want to give her that look that it's a girl and not a you know, a guy. For a lot of cases, when you're doing creatures, when you're doing monsters, like when I do the Hulk, for example, you know, it's a lot easier to make these big muscles and this crazy expressions. But when you have a female character like this, it requires a little bit of, you know, touch to it. I mean, some great artists that I know, like Rene Cordova, one of my boys, he really can draw female characters. That's definitely something that he's been practicing for a long time, and that's one thing that I definitely recommend for you guys. You know, practice, practice, practice. The more you practice, the better you're gonna get, the more comfortable you're gonna feel when you do any sketch, for that matter, any character. Funny story though, I don't know if I ever told you guys how I developed this ability of you know, doing characters and drawing and being able to do what I do now. When I was a little kid, I was born in Brooklyn, New York. When I was about a year old, my mother took me to the country she was originally from, which is Ecuador in South America, and I was raised by my grandmother. However, you know, in Ecuador, it's a beautiful country, don't get me wrong, but it's a very poor country. So I remember back in the days when I was a little kid and I was growing in her house, in her home over there, she had a black and white old TV. When I was a little kid, I really didn't have toys. So what I used to do as a little kid, I used to watch these old cartoons and that old TV, and I used to draw these characters that I used to see in cartoons, and in a piece of paper, and then with scissors I used to cut these pieces of paper and I used to play with them. I'm not telling you this story used to feel sorry for me, nothing like that. No, but this, you know, this is how I developed this ability of drawing. I mean, I remember when I was a little kid, I used to draw these big heads and little bodies. And for me, back then, it used to be like the most amazing pieces of art you can imagine. If you see them now, I still have them, to be honest with you. I still have them, and I see them now, and I'm like, wow, I can't believe I used to think that this was, perfection to the max. But those used to be my toys back in the day. But then again, that helped me to practice. That's what I'm saying, you know what I mean? That's what I keep telling you guys. You got to practice. The more that you practice, the better you're going to get, the more comfortable you're going to feel. Even today, I feel that my artwork is not, perfect. Even today, I feel that I still have a lot to learn. I keep practicing every day, doing these videos. It helps me to practice, and also doing the commissions that I do, which reminds me, by the way, guys, do not forget, leave it in the comments below which character is your favorite character, which characters do you want me to draw in the videos. Right now I'm working in at least a month and a half in advance to 2 months of videos, but I'll fit it in. You let me know which characters you want to see. The more people that agree on the same character, the more that I'm going to try to have that character done in my channel for you guys to see. And more important than that, it's not for me to draw these characters in my videos. What I want to share with you guys is pretty much, I want you guys to draw with me. I want you guys to practice with me, and together, we both can get better as we go. Okay, let's do the ear right here. Remember, guys, I'm wearing this cotton glove, but then also don't forget, I got the ruler, so I can put my hand on top of it. For the most part, when you're drawing, it's something that takes some time. So what happens is, when you have your hand on top of the paper, hands do tend to sweat, and if you're inking, unfortunately, sometimes the sweat goes into the paper. So that's the reason why that you have to wear these white gloves, so you don't ruin the art pieces with the ink. You don't want to throw the ink all over the paper, and in something that it takes so much to do. I don't want you guys to mess it up. So don't forget, make sure you wear a nice cotton glove, and use a ruler like the one that I'm doing, or any ruler for that matter, so you can put your hand on top of it and also prevent this from happening. Now let's do a little bit of hair over here. Also, guys, remember, like I always tell you, the whole paper is your canvas. The whole paper needs to be utilized in order to make the sketch a lot better, to make it look stronger, to make it look powerful. And also make sure that when you do the background, make sure that it makes sense with the primary sketch, which in this case, it's this beautiful character. So we're going to make sure that not always has to be a very detailed background that you're going to be doing. It could be something very simple, and that's what I'm going to show you today. But first, let's make a couple of more hairs up here. So yeah, guys, that's how I developed this ability of sketching, of drawing. When I came back to the United States, I was already like really into art, but at that point, I had been doing my art for so long back there in Ecuador. When I came back, I was around 14 years old. I went to high school here, and that's art was already in my blood, as you can say. So it was very hard for me to stop. And then when I got back here, I really got into comic books and the Spider-Man and Batman and all these crazy characters from Marvel and DC. But back then in Ecuador, it was funny though, because I used to, the cartoons that I used to watch primarily was manga, anime. That's what it's called here, but it's actually Japanese Oriental cartoons, and that's what I used to draw back in the days when I was a little kid. Then when I came back over here and I got into Marvel in DC, was of course my style changed a little bit to what we have today. Now let's do the lips. Don't forget, this is a girl, so we want to make sure that we make these lips nice, sexy. Okay, let's do this line right here. Those are for her sunglasses. Perfect. Okay. Now, if you make any mistakes, do not worry about it. There's ways to fix mistakes, and that's something that I will definitely show you in my videos as we go forward. So that way, you guys, Don't get upset. Don't throw anything out. Don't leave it. Don't put this out for this from to the side. Like I always tell you guys, if you do something, own it, and if you start something, finish it. That's always good. Even though you think you made a mistake, even though you think your art is not good enough, it is. Trust me. I'm telling you from experience. I've been doing this for quite a long time. At one point in time, I used to work in the comic book industry. I used to draw comic books, and it was fun. It was part of my life. It was a great experience. Okay, let's do this line right here. Okay, perfect. That's gonna be part of the background. We're gonna do a very simple background for this piece, guys. Before I forget, there's some crazy things happening this year. I mean, every month we have we have an adventure, we have something going on, and we're definitely going to share that with you guys. Beginning this week, by the way, guys, this Wednesday probably I'll be sharing with you guys my first blog. How do you like that? I want to share with you guys the life that I have, with my son. I'm a single dad, so for all of you single parents out there, either you're a single mom or single dad like myself, shout out to you. You're doing great. You're doing a great job. It's not easy, I understand. Trust me, I've been doing it for 10 years. But you know what? It is possible, because the way I see it is, if I can do it, you can do it too. There you go. A couple of lines right here. Let's make this look like a little wall or something like that. Perfect. Okay, all these little X's that you see right there, those are the parts that we are going to ink later on. Okay, so we just put little X's there, so we know we have to come back to that and we have to ink it. Okay, a couple of lines right over here. Perfect. Okay, there you go. You see that? It's already inked. Now we're gonna use a red pen. Now this is something I used, I came out with later on. I decided that, why not make those lips nice and red so they can stick out. I want something. I always want something within the sketch to stick out, some more than the other parts. And in this case, it's the lips. You know what I mean? Let's make these lips, stick out, look nice and powerful. There you go. So guys, yes, there's a lot of things going on. By the way, guys, next month my son and I, Kid Nerf and I, are going to Texas. How can you believe that? We're gonna go and see Matt and his family, and let's see what happens. I mean, I did a couple of designs for t-shirts for him, so that's my goal, to go over there, try to define things. Hopefully, if he picks my designs for his t-shirts, guess what? You're gonna see my art on his t-shirts. That will be the most amazing thing ever. But most important than that is just having fun. You know what I mean? Just going over there, taking a chance, and the sky's the limit, guys. Everything is possible. Okay, I'll keep a couple more hairs over here. Yes, right there. Here we go. Let's make this sketch come alive. What do you say? Perfect. I think we're done, right? Well, guys, thank you very much for watching. Do not forget, if I can do it, you can do it too. Believe in yourself a little bit, because I do believe in you a lot, and I know you can do it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Hey guys, thank you for watching my video. I hope you liked it. To see more videos of me drawing your favorite characters, click on the left. If you want to see my gaming channel, click on the right. Don't forget to subscribe, and also let me know what character you want me to draw next. For that, you need to leave it in the comments below. I love you all, and I will see you in the next video.